Right guys, thanks for joining us for another video, start of another week.
Is it Monday?
Monday. Yeah, we do appreciate you coming back to watch us. We like our regulars, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We get some nice comments. We are going to try and reply. Well, I am, Anna, at least going to try and reply to a lot more people because we run out of time doing it, but we appreciate you asking questions or leaving comments. So we're going to do our utmost to reply to most of you when we can. So yeah, we appreciate you joining in. So let's see what we've been up to.
Right guys, we're middle of the week. We did say we'd...
Is it midweek?
It is midweek, yeah.
What day is it?
Wednesday.
Is it?
It is. Time flies, eh?
When you're having fun.
We did say we'd get a full week in this week, but we didn't.
No, we never do.
So NEC last week and till Sunday, that was a good do, wasn't it?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They everything. Yeah. Firstly, we'd like to thank everybody that came to say hello. Overwhelming, wasn't it? Really, the amount of people who came, and overwhelming what they thought about the Texaco car. And I think the big surprise was David's one on a Black 500, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely amazing how many people thought that car was fabulous.
Yeah. Well, not only that, how many people wanted to hear his story when he came to see us?
I think he was quite amazed, wasn't he? Because I asked him if we could take it to NEC, first of all, because obviously it's not our car. And he thought it was a brilliant idea. And anyway, he turned up on the Saturday. Was it the Saturday? Sunday.
Yep.
Turned up on the Sunday and he was quite overwhelmed to see his car there and the amount of people who were stood taking pictures of it, looking around it. And then to add to the story, the mechanic who actually used to look after the car when he had it on the road, didn't know it was there, did he?
No, he'd seen it on video, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And thought, I'm going to have to come and see it if it's here.
If it's here.
And then they just happened to be there at the same time. It might have been Saturday, actually.
I think it was Saturday. But anyway, they got on, they remembered each other, didn't they? And talked all times and that. So it was absolutely brilliant. We took a photograph, which we put on Instagram, hadn't we? Well, I'll maybe send you that, Stephen, you can show people. But it was great because it was me, Steve and Adam Smith, and then obviously David and the mechanic all in one picture. But he was absolutely overwhelmed, wasn't he? He was absolutely, couldn't believe it. He started telling stories just to us guys, and then this crowd of people just appeared around him, and he never realised, did he, to start with? And
no, I think he's got buzz back for the car, though.
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100% he has. Yeah, he was quite overwhelmed at one point because he realised, didn't he? He's like looking around at all these people stood listening. So yeah, but it was brilliant. As we say, we had Ali McMillan's Hill Climb Wolf car. That drew massive amounts of crowd, a lot of attention. All three cars did, didn't they? We were very lucky, very, very lucky. So yeah, it was a brilliant do, wasn't it?
Just not long enough.
No, 3 days goes like that.
It's a lot of effort and a lot of time goes into putting it together for what is basically 3 days.
Yeah, I don't think people realise, we sort of started really prepping Wednesday, didn't we? The Wednesday afternoon. No, all day Wednesday, sorry. So you've all day Wednesday packing up and putting everything in the van ready. We set off early Thursday morning, and obviously we've just set the stand up all day Thursday. So we're there, so you're really Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday you come home and you spend a whole day unpacking everything. We didn't, because he couldn't be arsed Monday, so he never came in.
You had to have a day off. Your arm was hurting from all them autographs you've signed.
I doubt it. But you are tired, aren't you? You're knackered. But yeah, we had an absolutely fabulous time. Really, really pleased.
We met. There was a lot of people who remembered that. Well, we had one guy come over. He thought it was the original Texaco car, didn't he?
He did, yeah. And he actually, quite a well-known guy, isn't he?
Yep.
And he ran the cars with Rudy Eggenberger when they came over to do the BTCC rounds. And he was convinced it was Soapy's real car, wasn't he? Which was quite a credit to us, really. And a lot of people whose opinions matter to us, like everybody's opinion matters, but there's certain people that came and said the car was beautiful, they loved it, which was great, wasn't it?
So that was our weekend, really.
Yeah, it's great.
So next one will be out if you missed it and you think you might want to see something again. Are we taking it back in March?
Yeah. That's a plan, isn't it? Hopefully engine, gearbox and everything will be in it. Hopefully it might even be nearly well finished, depending on obviously the situation with the owner, because we've obviously got to do as and when he wants us to work on it. So But hopefully it'll be done for March time, so we'll take it back. As long as it's progressed from where it is, we'll take it back, won't we? And have some obviously new on the stand. So that's it.
So yeah, so what we're on with this week? Well, basically, engine's finally going back into this. So those of you who are regulars will have seen that we had a problem with the cylinder head. So this has got a brand new Smith & Jones cylinder head on it now. We've just had, Harvey's just built it up for us and sent it over.
Oh, the head, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, Harvey got the head for us. Harvey's built it up and supplied it to us, and then we give it to our local engine builder, because Harvey builds all our race car engines for us, or all our big spec road car engines. But we have a local guy who, believe it or not, builds race engines, but he does our road car engines for us. So Harvey built the head up for us. You collected it, didn't you?
Yeah, I collected it, and they're not the cheapest option, but it's the best way to go, in our opinion. You can spend a few £1,000 on a cylinder head that's got no life left in it whatsoever, or it might even have the same issues as this one had, because on face value, when you looked at it, it looked like a good clean head.
The head we've taken off this car, you could sell that head on eBay for probably 3-4 grand. Nobody'd know till they fitted it what the issue was.
And they'd go round and round and round in circles.
Like we have.
Yeah.
Trying it, this engine, this is the 3rd time it's been in, and it's baffled everybody what the issue was with it. And we still aren't absolutely 100%, but we know it's a cylinder head issue. What we think it is, we think the head's cracked internally down the backside of a valve guide. So as soon as the engine got warm, you could see the oil running out of cylinder number 2 into turbo manifold and just belching smoke out. But no matter what we did, pressure tested it, everything, it came back fine. So as Steve said, I spoke to a customer who's been absolutely brilliant. I must say, he's completely understanding, knows it's nothing we can foresee, knows it's nothing we've done. It's just one of them things when you buy a 35-year-old Ford, unfortunately. We believe this engine's been masked, this problem. How they've done it, we don't know.
Yeah, we kind of think that they've maybe put up with it.
Yeah.
And it's coked up the head where the crack is, which has obviously then sealed it to a certain extent.
It was horrendous, wasn't it? When we took the initial head off it, we'd never ever seen an engine so badly coked up. It was absolutely unbelievable how bad it was.
And then we kind of think that engine builders obviously decoke the head as you do, which has then exposed the crack again. And that's where the issues come from.
So thank God we've got a brand new head on this engine. We've just put it in this morning, of me and Steve. I built it up on floor. I have to work on my hands and knees while he gets
I offered you a kneeling mat.
While he gets the easy jobs. But anyway, I built that up. Me and Steve have just thrown that in this morning. So touch wood by end of week. 3rd time lucky, as you said. We're confident now this will be right.
So there is, obviously, that's not the rocker cover that goes on it. The original refurbed rocker cover will be back on it.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll look like a new one again.
Yeah, and I just can't wait to give it back to owner, because he's missed out this summer, unfortunately. He wanted it for a few shows, but he's been a great bloke, and he just said, look, whatever it wants, it has to be right. And hopefully this time now we've cured the issue. So at least he's got it for next year, hasn't he? So what have you been doing?
Gary's car. So yeah, basic stuff that we normally do. I'll just grab the camera.
Yeah. He's had easy job again, as always.
So this is here for, same as always really, more of a stamp in the book than anything else. And we've just gone down, done the usuals. We've done cam belt tensioner, water pump, which we do all the time. We don't put, if you're going to put a cam belt on it, you put a water pump on it regardless.
The reason we do that is obviously if it's got a brand new water pump on it, we don't. But I've done these for years now, and the minute you do the belt and tension on them, a week after, water pump starts leaking. And obviously while the belt and tension is off, it's only half an hour's work, and it's to whip it off, clean block up and bang a new one on. So the labour charge is immaterial. The pumps aren't ridiculously expensive, and every customer who ever had it said, yeah, it makes sense, do it. So Steve's done that this morning. Fuel pressure regulator is a must.
Belt tensioner, water pump, fuel pressure regulator. We always change that lower pipe there. This one had the original one on it still, which it's better to just change it from a safety point of view. So that's been done. I'm just topping it up with antifreeze now. It's had an oil and filter. We've got front springs to do on this one, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. For some reason, it's sat real low at front. It's sat all right at the back, but it's sat real low at the front. So we're just going to put some, we've just ordered the springs from Graham Good, standard ride height, but slightly uprated springs. So we were hoping they were going to be here today, but they haven't, unfortunately. So at least Steve can whip the front struts out, get the old springs off, ready for when they come. And you've got a gearbox seal to do, haven't you?
Yeah, lift it up in there. Let's have a look.
Which we didn't know about. I hope you can fast forward this bit.
So as with most of these cars that come in, we give them a full check right through. And what I noticed was, you can see there, that's gearbox oil. So it is actually red in these cars. And it's been throwing it all over. A bit there. It's on the prop. It's over there.
It's everywhere.
As you can see, that seal there, which is probably the original seal still. Now, those of you who are regular to following our videos will know that I work in oil and gas. And as a rule of thumb, even if our O-rings and soft seals have been sat on the shelf for 10 years, we throw them in the bin because they perish, they corrode and all the rest of it, even not in service. So if that's already done 35 years, there's no wonder it's leaking.
What did you say, 10 years?
Yep, 10 years, we chuck them in the bin.
Oh, better lob this. No, luckily we have one of these in stock. And I've even marked it up, look, so we know what it's for. So luckily we've got one of them. So,
but yeah, we see a lot of cars like that, don't we, with bits leaking here, and it's just because these seals never get changed, and they'll be 30 odd years old.
And I think one of the biggest problems with them is because they don't get used that often as well. So seals go hard, don't they? Yeah. And then when they start using them again, they start leaking. So 2-minute job really, isn't it, Steve? But exhaust to take off, prop shaft to take off to get that seal out.
Yeah.
But a simple enough job once you've stripped it. But
yeah, it's a penny's part, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but it's always the 50p part that causes the issue.
That's the one.
So yeah, that'll do. Steve will do that this afternoon.
And then what else was it? I think that was it, was it? Quick look over the fuel system.
Yeah, just check it over, won't it? And it's got a running fault when it's cold, he said. It won't rev until it warms up. So we'll have a look at that and see if we can find out what that is. What a nice car, this.
So that sums up that one. We've got
this one.
This one, which is now ready to be collected.
That's collected tomorrow. So that's another one done, out of the way. So we're happy to see that one gone.
We've had a shift around in workshop.
We have, yeah. So we've got my old 500s on the ramp now. Again, more engine issues. We took the engine to Harvey's to dyno it for us, to put it on life management, and it had no oil pressure. So a brand new engine as well. So Harvey stripped it. He's found out what the problem is. He's fixing that for us now. Put the engine back together, put it on a dyno it, and then we get it back and we can put it in. So this will probably be done the next couple of weeks. And then obviously when them two are done, we can get on with David's car that we've just brought back from NEC. We've just stuck it under their outlet way. And this is something, I think we're both looking forward to this really, aren't we?
Yep.
Just because it's quite a special car really. So we're going to get on with that. That'll be our next sort of biggish job really, won't it?
We've already had an offer for someone to come detail it.
Yeah, we have, yeah. We'll let you know about that when it happens, but there's a company going to come, send a couple of lads, and they're going to do a full 3-stage polish on it, so it'll look like brand new when it's finished. The Texaco car, we'll put that up there out at way on the ramp until obviously the next stage when the engine comes back from Harvey's, because Harvey's got the engine for that. The gearbox we've got, we'll get a clutch ordered for it, get the diff built back up, then we can put engine, gearbox and diff in that, and then we start all the tricky bits, don't we? Making all the fuel lines, oil lines, blah, blah, blah. But we're lucky, aren't we? Because we carry it all in stock, don't we?
We do.
We have all these lovely fittings, which are very expensive, which they are. We carry them all in stock on the shelf. All proper aircraft spec, I think people call them, don't they?
Yeah, ANs. Yeah. ANs. Apparently it stands for Army Navy spec, or Army Navy quality.
Yeah, so we have a vast range of them in stock. We carry all the hose in stock. Just makes life easier. So I enjoy doing that, to be fair. That's quite a good job. You end up with bleeding fingers, don't you? With
Yeah,
all
you
this
do,
metal stuck in. But there we are. So that's it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, so those of you who are thinking what's coming up, or what's coming up over the next few weeks, Andy's car's coming out. I don't know if we've mentioned that, have
yeah,
we?
it is, yeah.
So you'll have seen we've been on with Andy's car, and we were just waiting for him to find a few more quid down the back of the sofa, which is managed.
Yeah, he's been outside post office on pension day, robbing a few old ladies again. So he's got a few quid. Got a few quid, so we're going to drag that back out. Put that on axle stands there, and that's basically the same really, I suppose, as a Texaco car. The engine and gearbox is there. We're just going to whip the sump off, check the bottom end. Andy's sure it's all right, but we're going to check it. Give it a lick of paint, get all the inlet manifold, everything aqua blasted, zinc plated, the fuel rails, etc. Put that in, and that's the same. Fuel lines, oil lines, all have to be brand new because they're all old on Andy's car. And fuel tanks. We've actually spoke to a company yesterday, I did, didn't I, that are going to supply us with proper FIA spec race fuel bladders. They're happy to supply us with them. I'm going to get our name on them as we usually do. So we'll have to order about 15 of them, won't we?
They've assured us we can have them within a week. So let's see if they can keep their promise.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot done and a lot coming up. So we'll catch up on Friday, won't we? See where we've got to.
So clear off and let's get on with some work.
Yeah, come on.
Alright, so as mentioned, I've just changed the seal in the back of the gearbox. Prop shaft's back on. What I've got to do now is I've got to top the oil up. So for anybody wondering how you top the oil up, we're not going to change the oil in this because the oil was pretty good that was in it. It wasn't black or out, it was still nice and red. So we're just going to top it up, replace what's lost. So this one, if you was to drain the oil, would be the drain plug. What you don't want to do is take the drain plug out, which is there, and then not be able to get this out because someone's chewed it to death.
Which is quite common.
So drain plug for reference, fill plug, and all we do is we just force oil into it, make sure car's level, force oil into it until it just dribbles out. Small trickle out, that means it's full, put the bung back in, finished.
Steve's a professional, it's just dribbling out.
So that's it, full, just trickling back out again. So we're heading towards back end of the week, Thursday. We went and picked this up yesterday. So this is quite an interesting car, this, isn't it?
And a jolly, isn't it?
It's another one we both want.
Yeah. Every car we get, me and Steve have to fight over it. It's a good job in summer, I'll be outside sumo wrestling everybody, won't it?
So yeah, picked up from one of your friends, another one of your friends.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
To be fair, I watched the build on this car. I'm trying to think, it'd be a few years ago now. And I think he did a lot of it on a guy called Sheldon. He bought this car as a shell, because it was a race car originally. Sheldon bought it as a shell and he built it up. And he spent an absolute fortune on this car. And he's done it properly, hasn't he?
Yeah, so this was originally, was it white or silver and red or white?
White and orange.
Yeah. And from what we can see, it came as the bit of interior, the bodywork, and that was about it.
That's it, yeah.
And
Sheldon's built it up to a complete car. And like everybody does, I think the enjoyment's building them into it. He did a bit of testing with it, because I remember seeing a video of him out on a track testing it. And then he sold it, and it's gone to a couple of hands since. And then Paul ended up with it, my mate, and he was going to do something with it, and he's changed his mind. So we got it in back up for sale.
Yeah, I mean, today's the first day we've really had a look around it, and
it's cool, isn't it?
It's not a bad spec, is it?
No. It's got all the modern crap on it.
It's got one of them turbos on it that you say should never see a 500.
No.
Or a 500 engine.
Yeah, it should be in a truck or a Jap crap thing, shouldn't it?
What's that? External wastegate?
What's one of them?
Not on these cars.
External wastegate. Fast and Furious. So, yeah, but a proper spec thing. It's got a 4-plugger Motorsport inlet manifold on it.
So it's meant to be about 560, 570 horses.
Yeah, Harvey Gibbs engine, so at least it's a good engine that's in it. Proper built engine. We just said it, in our opinion, we'd just change a few things, wouldn't we? But that's our opinion.
Yeah, I think every car you buy, you'd always find something.
Yeah, you'd do something with it.
But yeah, it's a good spec car.
Proper trick thing, all on bladed anti-roll bars, fancy AP brakes, front and back, genuine centre lock wheels, fiberglass tailgate and spoilers. It all comes off in one. Just nice though, isn't it? Nearly as sexy as me, that car, Steve, isn't it? That's what you said anyway, wasn't it?
Was it? You must have misheard.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure I heard you say that.
I said it's nearly as wide as you. I didn't say it's nearly...
That's you not getting a wage rise. Yeah, we like this, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think, you know, it's eligible for, what is it, Boss Series?
Yeah, there's quite a few series now, isn't there, allow Thunder Saloon cars in. So there's quite a few series you could run.
Historic time attack type stuff, yeah.
Or even if you just want to go track day in it.
Yeah. Other thing we quite like is these back windows.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? For
Perspex windows. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Polycarbonate, yeah, they're nice. Yeah, so if you're interested in this car, it's for sale. Won't be cheap, but we think it is cheap. It's a contradiction, because to build a car to this spec, to this standard, you'd be 100 grand plus.
So let's just run through it then. So it's got 570 horse engine.
Yeah.
Built by RV.
Quaif.
Dog box. AP brakes front and rear.
ATB rear diff. Coilovers. Did I say bladed anti-roll bars?
Yeah. Recaro seat, they're not cheap.
1,500 because of the seat in it. Centre lock wheels.
£1 million of aero equip.
At least. All fiberglass body kit and that. Yeah, it's a 100 grand car to build this car.
And
easy.
It's built on a new Motorsport shell, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah. Nice thing. Get your money out, Steve.
So that's it. Paul had bought it, but he's bought that forklift behind him, look.
Yeah, forget the cars. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. This has got a genuine Recaro seating, I think. I'm sure that's Recaro, that, isn't it?
Aye, flashing light.
Oh, and it works. And lights work. So we can do a bit of forklifting in dark. What a piece of kit.
Run flat tyres on it.
100%. Because I said, I'm sure they're solid tyres. And Steve stated the obvious and said, yeah, look, it's got no valves. Mint. What else have we got then? So the Texaco car's back on the ramp. We're going to be back on that. We'll show you what we're doing next, why we aren't working on that straight away. But look at this. All the gear and a lot of idea. So we've just bought this, which is a snap-on, they call it John Bean, but snap-on own the company John Bean. That's a snap-on four-wheel alignment system. I have no idea how to use it yet.
We had a demo on it, didn't we, on Tuesday, and then...
Yeah, and we just put it away because we hadn't a clue what we're doing, have we? So we're just going to have to, when we've got a day spare, mess about with it. But you get this, we didn't even know what that was, did we?
No.
Like, what's this?
We thought it was for hanging mouse on.
Yeah. What did we say it was?
It's for steering wheel, isn't it?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It goes on the seat and it keeps steering wheel centre.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Whatever it does. Got a mouse.
Yeah.
We know what that is. Anyway, we'll know more about that.
So yeah, another fancy bit of kit that.
Nice, isn't it?
It saves us messing about with string lines, doesn't it? We can print a report off for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can get them perfect with this. Obviously, when you go to race meetings, we can string line them if they, it's a rumble strip or something too hard to get it. But we just think that's a nice bit of kit, get them absolutely perfect before you go. Plus, we do a few road cars, so we can do geometry and that on a road car before it goes back. Plus, I just like spending money with Snap-on. That's the real reason, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's an obsession.
Yeah. No, I don't mention that. Yeah, that, unfortunately, the engine went on the dyno again and smokes like an old bloke in the pub.
I'm not sure if we mentioned what first issue was with low oil pressure, did we?
Yeah, I had no oil pressure and it was leaking from the oil spray jets that had been put into the block. It was pissing oil out of there, so it had no oil pressure. So Harvey and Jim and the guys at SCS fixed that problem, put it back on the dyno, because obviously it was a brand new engine, ran it in on the dyno for a few hours and noticed it was very badly smoking. So I spoke to the owner only today, Mark, and he's so chilled out about stuff, it's unbelievable. He just said, tell Harvey, do whatever he's got to do. So Harvey's going to pull it to bits, rebuild it, do it properly, put it back on the dyno. So we were hoping to get this done well before Christmas, weren't we?
Yeah, he's tried turbo, hasn't he? So,
yeah, he's tried everything.
He's pretty much narrowed it down to something miss internal.
Yeah. So that'll be later. So what will we be doing in there? Don't trip off over all this new, more equipment.
That we don't know how to use.
No, not a clue.
Someone will have done a YouTube video.
Yeah, tractor's still here, we haven't fixed that yet. We've got an engine that's hovering there, which we'll get more into on our video of the car we've taken it out of, which people will say, I thought you were only doing a sympathetic rebuild on this car. Yeah. Well, as you can see, it's still sympathetic, but it's just a little bit more work than we anticipated. There is perfectly good reasons why it's ended up like this. But again, we won't go too much into this because we do separate videos. We are going to do separate videos on this car, so we won't get too much, but you can have a quick look. You can see to the level we've stripped it to. Basically, this one's the barn fan. So there is, I think we've got 2 videos previous already on this. So if you want to know any more, watch that. These are all the bits off it. They're ready to go and get blasted and powder coated. But Steve will now show you, give me that camera, you can show them why we ended up doing what we did. Oh, the bearings. We'll just go through here into my erection section. Race car parts. Get yourself all giddy with them. Yeah, so the front bearings, we noticed obviously there were the seal carriers for the front bearings. There's not a great deal left of them. You can see where water's been into them. And these were the wheel bearings. So we didn't have a great deal of choice other than to start pulling all the front ups to bits. You can see that one there, look. That's not what you want inside your wheel bearings. They are slightly worn. Yeah. So all the outer races, I've pulled all them out. That's all ready to go. That's going to go off and get... It's where do you stop, isn't it? We kind of were like... This is what we've said all along, Steve, isn't it? Track control arms on the front. The whole back end's going to get done. Yeah. It'll have a new handbrake cable. All the rear beam and everything will be powder coated and what have you. And we've been into our blast room. So there's the TCAs. We're going to blast them, put new bushes in, and just give them a lick of paint. And these are all the bolts for the front and rear end. I've blasted all these today, and brackets and that. So we're going to send them off and get them zinc plated. Just because obviously we can't build it back up with rusty old bolts. Dampers were knackered, weren't they? So it's going to have new dampers and springs. Yeah. The track control arms are going to get cleaned and painted and what have you. The rack's obviously going to be cleaned off. The lower front subframe is going to be powder coated. We couldn't really leave them hubs on it. And if you're going to put new bearings in it, you may as well clean them off and powder coat them as well. We'll get them all cleaned up. But we're not doing much with the shell. So no. It's only the running gear that's going to be refurbed at the moment. The shell's going to stay as original as possible. That's the Moonstone Blue RS500. It's been here for a long time. I'm going to road test that as soon as we get a dry day. And that's going to go back, I believe, next week at some point. And this is finished. Gary's car's finished. We said he's coming to collect that Sunday, so that'll give us a bit more room. This was just a quick belt tensioner, fuel pressure reg, bit of a service. Stunning car, this, isn't it? And a look over, yeah. And you wouldn't believe it, to look around this car and look at it, it's done over 100,000 miles. But what a stunning, stunning car. Yeah. Is this one that you've done some work on previously? Yeah, I did an underbonnet restoration on it about 7-8 years ago. But yeah, stunning car that. Should never have sold it, should I? No. But there we are. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll tell you what we've done as our end of week roundup. There's another bit of... We're going to strip that tomorrow, get that all blasted, powder coated. So we'll come back tomorrow, give you a final update for the week. Yeah. See where we're just trying to work out ice blasting now, aren't we? Yep. We're going to see if we can hire one, and then we're going to try ice blasting all this, see what it comes up like. And then if we like it and the system works, we're going to buy one, aren't we? Yep. So that's Snap on, sell one, you will have it. Yeah, they don't though. Snap on, make dry ice machines. I'll do them one until tomorrow. Yep. Right, that's it. End of week, Friday, late-ish on. Got to finish a little bit earlier today, haven't we? Aye, someone's got shopping to do. I've got to go shopping. All right, for some. So, yeah, so we've had a good week. We've got on really, really well with this car. got on further than we expected, haven't we, to be fair?
Yeah, Blaster's just been in and picked up all the bits for that, hasn't he?
Yeah, guy, but you know, I can never say his name right. Burnett. I always call him Baguette because I can't stop thinking about food. I think that's what it is.
Rydale Blasting.
Rydale Blasting, steam clean. Guy does all the blasting for us. Everything's going original satin black, powder coating. So he's going to bring us that back hopefully sometime next week. And hopefully by the time he brings the stuff back for this, our plan is for my old Black 500, the one we're doing the engine in, we're going to drop all the running gear out of that. As soon as that's been road tested and okay, we're going to put that on this ramp, drop that down, get everything powder coated on that. Deja vu.
Yeah.
But for this week. Yeah, that's it. Thanks very much as usual for tuning in. Please leave some comments. As we said, we will try and reply. Like and subscribe if you already haven't. Thanks very much.